Welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer here in my office at SC Cambuur. Yes, I've moved to Holland and I'm managing SC Cambuur now in the Dutch Eredivise. And in today's episode, we'll be playing Ajax. So a real good test for us. And not only that, but we're playing Feyenoord as well. And they are in the European places at the moment. Although, having said that, we have played two of the teams in the European places off camera and beaten them both. So we are doing actually rather well. And I also need to talk about a wonder goal. Now, I've been playing Football Manager for many years. I have never ever seen a goal like this scored before. It was amazing. But before all of that, let's have a quick look at the schedule, see how things have been going. So as you can see, the last game that I left you with was the FC Volendam game. We beat them 3-0. Then we played Heerenveen, who apparently are a very fierce rival of ours, and we drew that 0-0 away from home. They're deep in the relegation area, so I wasn't massively happy with that. But sometimes, as we all know in football, you know, fierce rivalry in derby games can overrule. Well, it overrules football sometimes, doesn't it, to be quite honest, and all form and league positions just go out the window, and it kind of did in that game. But anyway, after that, so we played Groningen, who were in the European places when we played them, and we were still fairly entrenched near that relegation area. We beat them 2-0. Then we played Utrecht, beat them 2-0. Then we played Fortuna Sittard, beat them 2-1. And then we played Zwolle, drew 2-2 in that game. Again, another one of those games. I mean, we were at home. We should really, they were lower in the league than we were. And you can see by the results we've been moving up the table. So by that time, I expected to beat Zwolle, and we didn't do. Anyway, then we went on to play Vitesse at home, beat them 2-1. I threw in a little bit of a friendly there because we had a free week. And we've just played Hercules Almelo, and we beat them 4-0. And as you can see, Musaba is doing a lot of goal scoring. He's also doing a lot of providing as well. Also, J. Roy Grott is scoring quite a few goals for us, getting on the score sheet nicely. So everything at the moment is very pleasing. Now, to this wonder goal. So like I say, I've been playing Football Manager for many years now, and this goal you're about to see is one of the best I've ever seen, if not the best. So we actually went 1-0 down in this game. Kind of, when you go 1-0 down, I kind of feared the worst a little bit. But just look at this run here from Van der Kuss, my new left wing back. And what an absolute cracker. Now, what this highlight doesn't show you is that Van der Kuss actually won the ball in the fullback area. He won the ball back for us, and then he went on this absolutely amazing run. And did he think about crossing it or passing it? No, he didn't. Left-footed. I mean, he very nearly broke the net with that. What an amazing goal. And then not only did he do that, but then, it's 1-1 by this time, he then picks the ball up on the left-hand side again. I've slowed all this down because sometimes the game can just run a bit too quick. So I've slowed this down, and again, look at this cross for Grott. And that's 2-1. What an amazing performance. And all of those results have left me pinching myself a little bit. Not quite sure. Obviously, I'm elated that, you know, the things that are going on are happening. But it's a little bit unbelievable at the moment. So we're actually, at this moment in time, we've played 26 games. We're now 6th. We're one slot outside the European places at the moment. Groningen, who we've already beaten, they have got 43 points and we're on 39. So only 4 points behind them. And our form going into the next few games is amazing. Although, having said that, we are now going to play Ajax and Feyenoord. And I do fear the worst a little bit, if I'm honest. So my director of football's been working hard again, and we have actually made a new signing. He's doing really well for me at the moment. So he's found a right inverted winger, Dutch lad, 25-year-old Marwan Azarkan. and he's a 3.5 star, potential to be 4. One of the slight problems we've got is that the average age of the squad is quite high. We must be looking around the 29-30 area, and obviously I do need to work on that. We need to bring that average age down and sign some younger players. I would like to bring players in around the age of 21, 22, 23, but a 25-year-old, the unfortunate thing is he's the position that he's come in for, Masaba, who's actually been playing out of his skin, that's his position. So, but, you know, looking on the bright side, I have got 2 really good players now for that position. And, you know, the old adage in football, you need 2 good players for every position. I've got 2 players for right winger. Okay, so let's get down to some football, shall we? We've got Ajax at home and then a trip away to Feyenoord. These will be very difficult games. Maybe not expecting to get anything out of the Ajax game, but Feyenoord, we've already beaten teams in the European spots. So I think we might be able to get something out of that one. But you never know. Again, like I say, football is football. And I'm here to do big things in the Eredivise. Beating Ajax being one of them and trying to topple them being another. So let's get on, shall we? Let's get in the dugout for the Ajax game. I don't want to frighten anybody, but just having a look at Ajax's recent form. So since the 12th of January, they've only lost 1, and that was a Champions League game. And in fact, they've lost 1 and drawn 1 in the Champions League. In the league, they've won every single game. Okay, let's see if we can put a stop to that, shall we? So we've got Behrens in goal, back 4 of Van der Kust, Becker, Aniba and Suarez. Tolly's actually out injured at the moment, which is a bit unfortunate, but anyway. So we've got Lindhorst is the deep line playmaker, Lulo and Jacobs in midfield, Conte and Azakan, the new winger, and Gross up front. So here's hoping that the momentum that we built up in the games off camera can actually serve us well in today's game. We're going to need every ounce of, you know, momentum, good luck. I mean, everything that can go our way. Referee, VAR. We need everything today to try and get some kind of a result out of Ajax. I mean, the ultimate aim, obviously, is to try and snatch the lead off Ajax at some stage. Maybe win the league. But anyway, Ajax have the ball, and this is looking quite ominous. And he's going to stick that in the back of the net, which he has done. So we're 1-0 down against Ajax, but we have been 1-0 down in quite a lot of games, and we are very, very capable of bouncing back. So we'll see. I mean, I'm guessing this is going to bob on to half-time. No, it's not. We get another highlight, and it's Ajax again. We are going to have to play very, very well to overcome Ajax. But, you know, it's not... I think Grot might be offside there. It's been saved off the line. Yeah, never mind. So we're bobbing on to half-time. 1-0 down. It probably seems a little bit harsh to give them a flea in the rear. I'm going to say I'm disappointed we're not creating enough and we're not positive enough. I think that's what I'm going to say to them. See if we can if we could nick an equaliser, that would be absolutely brilliant. But Ajax have been much, much the better team. Little bit of a change of formation. Now I've gone with attacking midfielder, although he's playing shadow striker. Rocker's come on. Play shadow striker. Masaba's come on the wing. And Jacob has come on at left wing back. So can we actually nick an equaliser in this game? Can we? We're going to go very attacking. We're going to demand more. Probably seems a little bit over the top against an Ajax team that is just, I mean, virtually winning every game in front of them in the Eredivise at the moment. And it doesn't look like we're going to do it. There's been no highlights whatsoever. And that's the first defeat. Believe it or not, that is the first game that we've lost since I've been the manager. And I'm just going to say, I think, I mean, there are times for giving them a flea in the ear and the times for giving them a little pat on the back. And I just said to them that we were the underdogs there and they did really well. And Lindhorst appeared positively chuffed. Positively chuffed. In fact, one or two of them look positively chuffed. So we now move on to an away game at Feyenoord. And again, that is not going to be an easy game. Just having a little look at their form recently. They've not been doing that well in the Europa League. They lost one, drawn one. The Eredivise, they drew 0-0. They won 2-1 in the last game out in the Eredivise. So their form's been a little bit mixed. Anyway, we move on. I'll see you in the dugout for the Feyenoord game. Well, welcome to the De Kuip Stadium here in Feyenoord. Team for today is Berens in goal, back four of Van der Kust, Becker and Asta, both my regular, what I would call regular centre-backs, are both out injured now. Although Tolly's coming back, he's on a fitness today, but he's on the bench. And Suarez is the right wing-back. We've got the midfield, a triangle of Lulo, Jacobs and Lindhorst. Two wingers, Conte, Masaba comes back today, and Grot up front. So we're underway. It's far from idealist today. I've got two sort of, I don't know, would you call them the reserve centre defenders in today? My normal two centre defenders that I've played all my time here. Well, I'm going to say all season, just my time here. So the two regular ones are both out injured. So this is not ideal. Playing Feyenoord, who... And Grot slides that in for the first goal. Has that been allowed? It has been allowed. So we were really under pressure in our penalty area. Slid the ball straight out to Lulo. And Lulo slides the ball forward. And he actually was played onside by their, well, it would be their left-sided defender. That is a nice start to the game. Early days though. 10 minutes on the clock. I have to say the Ajax game, like I did say, that it's the first game that I've actually lost with SC Cambuur. And I was really, really pleased with the application. A very, very narrow defeat, 1-0. So they didn't absolutely batter us. That's been given, has it then? Yeah, so Feyenoord are back in the game at 1-1. We've not really, apart from the goal, we've not really started this game very well at all. I think we're going to go up a little bit and go a little bit attacking. We're going to give them a bit of encouragement. Can somebody get their head on this free kick? Oh, he's actually going to go for it. Yeah, so no disgrace in losing to Ajax at this stage of the game. Obviously, as my tenure as SC Cambuur manager, goes along, I would like to see us overtaking Ajax. But a little bit of a tall order. So I am going to give them a flea in their ear because we have beaten teams. I'm not massively afraid of Feyenoord. I'm quite afraid of Ajax, but I'm not really afraid of Feyenoord, and I don't think the players should be either. We've got the capability of winning games like this. We have done it already this season, so we just need to have the confidence, and we're not winning the ball like I would like us to. We look a little bit loose in possession. We do look a little bit as though the ball's a hot potato, and particularly when it gets a little bit further forward. But Lulo has got the ball now. He's going to slide that into nobody. I mean, that was a very, very poor ball. That could have resulted in a goal if that had been put in the right area, but very, very poor. And now Feyenoord breaking away. Paulinho, and scores for 2-1. So our lead has now been removed. So Rocker's come on in place of Lindhorst. Brought Traore on in midfield. And Jacob has come on at left wing back. Kusty's very, very tired. He has played a lot of football though. But it's Feyenoord with the ball again down their right hand side. And that looked like it had been intercepted, but not. And that's going to be a penalty. So potentially we're going to go 3-1 down. Okay, goalkeeper, we need to... can we do something here? No, he's gone the wrong way. So, I mean, inexplicably, I've won virtually every game in charge of SC Cambuur, and we play two teams who, I mean, they were going to be tough games. We actually didn't get battered by Ajax, but we are getting battered by Feyenoord. This is not the greatest of results, if I'm honest. Corner, that is very, very high and deep. Lulo back to Asta to Suarez. I think, oh, this, I mean, come on. Can we please put a ball to feet here? Yeah. And the ball is at the wrong end of the pitch. We need the ball up the other end of the pitch. We need possession of this ball. Can we get possession of this ball? Please? Yes, we can. Masaba wins the ball nicely and then just says to Feyenoord, I've won the ball, but do you want it back? Oh, very, very poor. This is the worst I've seen us play this. This is absolutely dreadful. And we don't look like we're going to... we don't look like... Oh, he's just given the ball away there. And that's another penalty, is it? He's going over to have a look at the little box. But I'm guessing this will be giving us another penalty. Potentially we could be 4-1 down here. I think the loss of my two centre-backs has been... no penalty, fine. Okay, we're 3-1 then. Last throw of the dice, Lord Conte was injured. So I brought on an extra striker. We're a little bit kind of lopsided now, but to be honest, we need to get a goal or two back in this game. And Azakan has come on the right wing just to see if we can do something. Well, the game, it looks like he's running away from us. None of the tactical tweaks or changes that I've made have made any difference at all. And we're going to go down to a 3-1 loss. Very, very disappointing. And I'm going to say I'm not giving them any credit this time. I'm going to say I expect to see you all in training tomorrow. Because, to be quite honest, we are better than that. I've seen it. I've seen it in the games off camera. We are much, much better than that. So they're getting a flea in their ear for that one. They're all in for training tomorrow. And they will get to know me very, very quickly. I don't stand for second best. Only first best is good enough for Gobby Gaffer. And, okay, Ajax, fine. A narrow loss, 1-0. I was okay with that. Losing like that to Feyenoord with the team that we've got at the moment and the results that we've had, not acceptable. So they need to get used to that. Otherwise, again, there's the door. Okay, so I've calmed down a little bit now. I've got my reasoned hat on with my Gobby Gaffer hat. It's getting very busy up there. Gobby Gaffer, reasoned hat. Essentially, when I joined the club, we were in the relegation area. The remit from the board was avoid relegation. I think we will do that now. I don't think there's any danger that we'll get relegated. Obviously, 2 defeats on the trot. It's not going to do a great lot for the dynamics and the happiness, but it's my job to make sure that doesn't happen. So I need to get hold of the lads now and, I need to motivate them. Let's get into the next game. We've just played 2 very difficult games and I think we're doing all right. I'm not going to say that to the players, but quietly, I think we're doing all right. So just have a quick look at the league table. And having played 28 games, we're now in 8th position, 39 points. So we have dropped a little bit, but at the end of the day, the relegation area, I'm not quite sure what happens here. Is there some kind of playoff with this 16th position? The 2 definite relegation positions, we need to steer clear of like 20, 22 points. So at the moment, we've got 17 points on that. And there's actually only 6 games to play. So I think one more win should see us safely through. So we're going to see this season out now. Just going to play 4 games off camera. We will be back for the last 2 games of the season. So we'll see you very shortly. And this first season with SC Cambuur, I think we're doing okay. I'm sure you'll agree.